Now let's go to the next topic. This topic isn't quite as known. This is called using business expenses to get money back when you travel. This is one of my favorite underrated topics. Very, very underrated. I learned this from traveling with big companies, right? I've worked for IBM and Deloitte and companies where I travel a lot. And what I learned is, right? So I know, for example, when I first joined IBM and some other companies, right, is I'll travel somewhere, or somebody else will travel somewhere just to attend a meeting for like 10 minutes, or just to attend a meeting and not even say anything, just to be an observer in a meeting. And I'm like, wait a minute, you came all the way across the country to sit in a meeting for half an hour? And I'm like, I was speechless. I mean, like, how are companies paying for this? And they do it, right? Because when you travel for work, for all those people who work in big companies, right? When you travel, you have expense reports. Those expense reports are there for a reason, because the company you're traveling with is expensing your travel as business travel, meaning that at the end of the year when they file their taxes, when it's tax season, they get to deduct your travel from their expenses, I mean, from their tax reports, meaning that your flight, your hotel, your car rental, your taxis, your Uber, the food you have for business, all those expenses, your employer takes them up from their taxes. So I was sitting there learning the system, learning the game. I'm like, hold up, I got a business too. I can pull the same hustle. And I did. Right? So I learned about business expenses. So, this is why I highly, highly recommend everybody should own a business just to decrease your taxes, right? Because people who own businesses are helping the country, the economy out. So, by doing this, you can decrease your expenses. Let me give you an example, right? Imagine you have a business as a travel blogger, right? A travel blogger. Your job is to blog about traveling different locations. So, guess what? As a travel blogger, you can book a flight from I'm here in DC, right? From DC to Australia. Go there for a week, take pictures, do videos, and come back and write about that experience. Right? Just do a blog post, do like a 500 word blog post. And guess what? That's part of your business. That's part of your job. So that flight down to Australia, the hotel, right? The meals you're having, that's all part of the business. Right? So you can take that off your taxes. I mean, not all of it entirely, but that money comes back to you at a good portion. Now, this is why I highly, highly recommend you get a business. Just almost purely for the tax reasons, right? I mean, I'm not a financial advisor. Definitely consult a financial advisor, right? That's my disclaimer right there. I'm done. I'm clean now. But you guys get the idea, right? So when I travel the world, I try to do different places, right? So one hack I like to do is I love to attend conferences, right? So like for example, I'm going to Portugal with some buddies of mine, right? We're looking at going to Portugal. There's a conference there. There's the Steemit conference, which is a cryptocurrency conference. It's a social networking site for cryptocurrency, right? So they have a conference in Portugal. So the idea is we'll go there for about maybe like 5 days or so, right? And it's going to be a business trip, right? So learn to mix business with pleasure, business with recreation, right? Because just because you have to go out there and work doesn't mean you have to work 24/7, right? You can go out there, right? So for example, I had a video production company, right? So I could leverage that to go different places to film video, right? Maybe out there location scouting, right? Or maybe just traveling the world to film footage, B-roll footage. Right? I mean, that's a heck of a hustle, right? So maybe you're going to Brazil to just film the atmosphere of the World Cup, right? So kind of like journalists do, right? So I mean, so there's so many different ways you can leverage this, right? So, but this is definitely a hack. This is a major hack, major key,